Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. This is going to be a guide to teach you how to make custom fields or create your own fields in Farming Simulator 25. Now, it's still very similar to Farming Simulator 22, but there's a couple of new kind of caveats that I'm going to go over and talk about in here. So we'll cover all of those. Yes, this can be done pretty much anywhere you own the land. Not anywhere on the map, but anywhere you own the land. So I own a plot of land here. Let's say I have this grass area and I want to make a field. Well, the only way base game, and again, this is going to be base game stuff, no mods, nothing like that, and this is for all platforms. Base game, the only way to create a field is using a plow in terms of equipment. So I can buy any one of the plows in here, and you can see down here it says you can prepare fields for the next sowing and create new fields. So if I have a grass area here, I can hop into this piece of equipment here with a plow on the back. I'll open up my help menu in the upper left hand corner, and then I can just lower it down. Now you'll see right now it's not creating a field, nor is it creating a field here. So why might that be? Well, I'll lift it back up here. You can see up in the upper left hand corner it says allow create fields. The reason you can toggle that on and off is because if you're working on a preset field, you don't want to be accidentally creating new fields. But if I go ahead and toggle that to Y to on and hit V to lower this down, you will see I am now creating new fields here, and it still gives you the same ground deformation that we get when you're working on regular fields, which is super awesome. And if you wanted to do this in specifically straight lines, you can't really use the steering assist or the AI worker because, well, there's no field here yet. It doesn't know there's a field because there's no field here yet. But anyhow, you can keep doing this, and this doesn't have to be like on grass or anything like that. If I go over to like this concrete over here, as long as I have allow create field still on, I can just drop this down wherever I'd like to. And boom, it will start creating a field on any painted texture. So pretty straightforward there. Now there is kind of another way to make fields easier than this. And I will go over that here in just a second. That's kind of new to Farming Simulator 25. And some of you may already know what I'm going to talk about here. So first off, another little tip as well. If I go into here, you can adjust fields. So if I have this field over here, but I wanted less of it to be a field, or maybe I wanted an island in it, just go into landscaping, and let's say I wanted to put an island in the middle of this field. Well, I could do that and then put something on it, or trees or grass, or, you know, whatever I wanted to do. But you can make an island, and the AI workers can work around that. So you can adjust fields that way, or let's say I wanted this field to, you know, however you want to adjust it. You can change it however you want. And then if you're placing your own field and you wanted to maybe square off the edges, you can go into the squared mode, which isn't going to work here very well for us. But if I go back to the circle mode here, lower down the size, you can kind of trim back the field and make it exactly how you like to do it. If you want to trim it back a little bit, I usually used to use landscape mode to adjust fields as I go like that. But there is another way to make fields that is going to be way easier. Some of you may know this, but you're going to have some complaints and say this isn't going to work. But I'm going to show you why it's going to work. You can use the rice field creation here. So if I make a rice field, obviously this will work perfectly if you're making a rice field of any shape and size. And again, you can do crazy stuff with this tool. You can make all sorts of wild and crazy shapes. I mean, you can make pretty much whatever you want. It's pretty crazy actually. But yeah, so let's say I have this kind of field set up here. Let me go a little further over here so I have it completely done. And then I hit R and then, or right mouse, excuse me, and I create this crazy field that I just made. You obviously can use this field over here for rice. But you can also use it for pretty much any other crop. I haven't found a crop you can't plant in this field. It is still a field state here. The only downside is you'll have this little lip at the beginning and ends of it. So on the edges, you have this lip, but this is a field. This does work as a field for other crops, and your workers have to work around the flooding tool here because you don't want to actually flood it. Now you can flood other crops as well just for fun if you want to. As far as I know, that still works when you're watching this, but that's worked before. But you can use this to do whatever you want. You can plant rice on it, obviously, because it's a rice field, or you can plant wheat, barley, oats, whatever you want to plant on it. Root crops, spinach, green beans. It'll all work on here, and you can use AI workers just the same. Now, you might say, well, what happens if you just delete this field? The unfortunate part is if I go into here and I go demolition mode and I delete this field, it does no longer provide the benefits of a field. It's now just landscape dirt. This is not a field here. So that's the only downside, is you have to have the pump on the side, and it has to have those ridges on the edges. But it is an easy way to make a large field, and you can use it to plant whatever you'd like. And eventually, if you wanted to change up to rice, you could also do that. So there you guys go. That's how you create new fields in Farming Simulator 25. If you guys enjoyed this video, please drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button up on the screen to join the Farmer Cop channel, and turn your notification bell so you don't miss any future videos I may post. This has been Farmer Cop. Thank you guys for coming and for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.